Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Imran Mir. Today I will discuss international advertising. Advertising beyond geographical boundaries and cultures. Generally speaking, international advertising is the promotion of products, services, companies, and ideas, usually more than one country, performed by an identified sponsor. Identified sponsor or advertiser may be a company or a seller of a product, service, or idea. International advertising can be seen as a communication process that takes place in multiple cultures that differ in terms of values, communication style, and consumption patterns. International advertising is also a business activity involving advertisers and the advertising agencies that create ads and buy media in different countries. All activities and players that involve in international advertising process constitute a worldwide communication industry that is growing in importance. International advertising is also a major force that reflects both social values and promotes certain values worldwide. Prerequisite for international advertising. In order to conduct advertising in different countries or multiple cultures, an international advertiser must recognize that people worldwide have different needs. International advertiser must accept differences in values, customs, and currencies across countries and cultures. In addition, international advertisers should understand the regional differences. These factors suggest that some products may suit to some countries and cultures only. It also implies that international advertisers should adapt advertising process to the local cultures of different countries. Barriers of international advertising. 1. Culture. Culture is a problematic issue for many advertisers since it is inherently nebulous and often difficult to understand. One may violate the cultural norms of another country without being informed of this, and people from different cultures may feel uncomfortable in each other's presence without knowing exactly why. Communication is more difficult because cultural factors largely determine the way various phenomena are perceived. If the perceptual framework is different, perception of the message itself differs. It is a well-known fact that the culture of a country influences the customer preferences. Customers are quite sensitive about cultural aspects depicted in advertisements, advertising themes incorporating social acceptance, mutual dependence, respect for elders, harmony with nature, use of seasons, innovation and novelty, distinctive use of celebrities. I would quote an important example that indicates blunders in international advertising. Muhammad Ali is immensely popular in the Middle East. One of the car manufacturers used Muhammad Ali in its ad campaign for the region. The ad theme was "I am the greatest." The ad backfired and offended the Muslims who regard only the Allah is great. Second factor, language. Translation from one language to another language is critical in international advertising. The literal translation may fail to convey the desired message across the countries due to cultural factors. For instance, the word yes means in low context cultures such as USA and Europe, it means I'm listening to what are you saying. In high context cultures like Thailand, it means okay. So there is a difference in the language of different countries. Some instances of translation blunders in international advertising are, for instance, Pepsi used the German translation of the slogan "Come alive with Pepsi" in its ad campaign in West Germany. However, the slogan, when translated in German, actually meant "come out of the graves with Pepsi," and it failed to generate any market response from the customers. Third factor, education. The level of literacy plays an important role in deciding what advertisement tool and message should be used in international market segments with lower level of adult literacy need to be addressed by way of more audio-visual content rather than a written message. It should be ensured that the visuals convey the desired message rather than the text of the advertisement. For example, several multinational companies use visuals in their advertising campaigns in some African countries where adult literacy rate is low. Last but not least factor that affects the application of advertising in international markets is government regulations. Regulations related to advertisement in foreign language, use of sensuality, comparative advertising referring to the competing products from rival companies, use of children as models, advertising related to alcohol and tobacco products, advertising related to health and pharmaceutical products. Some of the various regulations in several countries are, for instance, in Malaysia, the Ministry of Information Advertising Code states that women should not be a principal object of an advertisement and should not be used to attract sales unless the advertisement product is relevant to women. The Ministry of Information in Saudi Arabia prohibits any advertisement depicting unveiled women, use of foreign words and expressions when French equivalents can be used are prohibited in France. Portuguese law prohibits sex discrimination or the subordination or objectification of women in advertising. Norway prohibits any advertising that portrays men or women in an offensive manner or implies any derogatory judgment of either sex. Most Arab countries prohibit explicit depiction of sexuality in advertising. This was today's topic. Thank you for listening. Allah Hafiz.